So we're gonna go through everything that's been going on the last couple years. It's been a very long time since I've done a collection update, so bear with me. This might take a minute. So we're gonna start with some of the stuff I produced. This is one of my babies from 2020, hiding out in here somewhere. In her tub. She's in shed, so we're actually not going to pull her out too much. She's freaking whatever. So that's one of the 2020 babies. She's probably getting sold soon. This is another baby from my most recent clutch. This one actually is going to somebody as well. This is the female. And then this is the male, also going with a trade who needs a cage cleaning. This is one of my holdback females who is just on fire right now. Another holdback female. She's out and about. This is my holdback male again. He's in shed, but he is just a phenomenal animal. You can see that nice stripe going down about a little over.
I mean, even with half. Like, you can still see the oranges popping out on the sides too, even with these unshed. I mean, the camera even brings it out some more than.
And these, I mean, the patterning I got on a lot of these, you can see these. There's like a dot in a lot of their patterns, which is crazy. He's got a perfect arrow on the side of his head right there. Yeah, so I named this guy Aang for that reason. So, but yeah, he's absolutely phenomenal. He's super, super yellow. This is pretty much what I was shooting for with that pairing. Really, really awesome. I absolutely love these guys. But the variety I got in the clutch was just incredible. This is the other twin, because I got a set of twins in this clutch, and she is just a spitfire. She is terrible, but she's super pretty. Not really sure what I'm gonna do with her yet. I don't even know if she's male or female, to be honest. Kind of just growing her out and seeing how she turns out, but really unique patterning. Here we got a Billy Hunt.
Billy Hunt special.
Billy Hunt special. This is a GQ M Pen IJ. And if I haven't prefaced, all of these are Popwin carpet pythons.
Spurgeon.
Yep.
How big is he now? Holy crap! Spurge! I haven't seen you since you were a baby. He's in shed too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the single ball python I own that Justin gave me as a Christmas present.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
Many moons ago. Oh, hiss. So this is a male from my first clutch I ever produced. I'm actually this guy's actually for sale if anybody happens to be interested. He was a holdback, but now I have too many males. So. This is a F1 from Riley Jimison with Riley's Reptiles. He's an F1 from his farm bred pairing. I think it's the first pairing he did. This is a Billy Hunt Coastal. That's a female coastal carpet from Billy Hunt. She's looking great. That's the male. He's in shed, of course, like everything has to be apparently today. And this is my original holdback from my very first clutch. She is looking
hungry.
Awesome. Yes. Always hungry, but she's looking sweet. She just shed. This is my baby. This is the very first snake I ever produced. Back in here, I make these shelves. I don't like to waste anything, so I make these out of old lids. I use lids as shields, perches.
Yeah. More than just a lid.
Yeah, all types of use. Okay, this is a very different animal. Almost has a green hue to her. She's absolutely wicked. This was from a Will Leary wild-caught pairing, I believe. I got this girl from TJ Vestartis. I'd have to look at my notes to remember exactly what she is. I know she has Leary blood, but she is just turning out just insane. One of the most unique looking carpets I own. I really don't know what I'm going to plug her into. I don't really have anything that would fit really well right now, so still trying to figure that out, but she's probably the most unique looking animal I have. And this is a wild caught female I've had for quite a while. She's really pretty.
Nice and dark.
Yeah, she's getting dark, nice and orange. She'll make a really nice animal another year or two for breeding. I have a perfect male for her. So that's kind of grow out stuff with carpets. Down here we have the Brahms portals. Is this guy in shed? Oh yeah, he's in deep shed. That's a big male I have. He should be getting bred this year, but again, he's in shed, so we're not gonna pull him out because he's not looking his best.
Looks pissed.
This is the sire to both carpet clutches I have had. He's up there on his little perch, if you know what going on him.
Oh yeah.
He's the sire to both my clutches, so if you have anything for me, he is the father. Moving on to the big stuff. Again, this is all carpet wise. This is the mother to my most recent clutch in 2020 because I have not bred anything in quite a while. This girl is affectionately named Papaya. We're actually going to get her out of here if we can. So we're going to take this girl out just to show you the size of some popland carpets can get. Because this is a exceptionally large animal as far as poplands go. She is on the much larger side, but nonetheless, absolutely awesome animal. And you can kind of see the influence from her patterning on some of the babies. You can see how those arrows kind of started. She's really high yellow. She's not looking her best right now because I think she's going into a shed. But you can see just these almost these circle patterns, like and just like a dot, like in a little alien. Yeah, kind of crazy. But she's awesome. She's one of my favorite animals. She's super, super, super sweet. She will hopefully be bred again this year to another male I've got coming in who is very, very yellow. She looks like I'm gonna have to clean her cage very soon. But yeah, she's incredible, but she is just huge for a popland carpet. I mean, I'm not quite 6 foot, and she's
got to be pushing that.
Yeah, she's pushing 6 foot. She resides in a 4x2x2 enclosure. Eventually she will be put into a BlackBox cage, and all this stuff will be used for quarantine purposes. And under here, she's back there, so if you just want to get in on her. We got another big female who, again, it looks like she's in shed. She's in the back bag. She's in the back bag. She's gonna be bred next year, hopefully. But yeah, she's another big girl. She's again pushing about 6 foot. I have bred much smaller animals. I don't have her anymore. I unfortunately lost her, but I had a female probably close to half of the size of them who also gave me a clutch the same size as one I got from that big girl. So bigger is not always the key. And I think bigger poplands really just come from like just certain bloodlines. Some poplands just naturally get bigger. You know, like I said, I had a female that was close to half that size and gave me an 8 egg clutch, whereas this huge girl on top that I just had out, she gave me a 10 egg clutch. You know, so it comes with. All right. So as everybody knows, I have dove deeply into colubrids. So here's that, featuring BlackBox racks. This is kind of my everything rack. I have a little bit of everything in this system alone, so we'll work our way through here. This is a male buckskin Okatee corn snake. This is from Tony D. These are F1 outcrossed buckskin, so it's one of his buckskin line animals bred to a wild caught animal. Really nice individual. Buckskins are known for being much more on the gray side, which you can't really tell in that guy. But on the female, you can see a lot more of that buckskin influence. She's much more gray. I really, really love her look. Here we have a little morph project, a little corn morph project. This is an anery corn snake. I'm not big into the morphs, but these guys are really cool. I like gray snakes and I like albinos. I like corn snakes, so aneries. It was an anery tessera who is hiding, but you can see that stripe is just perfect all the way down her back. She's developing a lot more yellow under her chin and stuff, or kind of along her sides there. She's super cool. Little morph project. I don't have a lot of morphs. Next, we have our Ladies Island corn snakes, produced by the man behind the camera. Oh, that's the one with the saddles I was telling you about. This is a homegrown special Ladies Island locality from here in Beaufort, South Carolina. Just an incredible animal. Absolutely massive saddles on this one. This is the female Ladies Island who is in shed.
What are you using for hides?
So these are actually just little plastic. I think they're just meant for like holders
like
that I got.
Organizers?
Yeah, organizers that I found at Big Lots. I can't find them anymore. I don't know if they stopped carrying them, but I have a bunch of these things.
Similar, because you got the ones with the rubber on them. Those you can get at Dollar Tree.
I have the ones with the rubber on them, but these are a little easier to melt. I like melting all my stuff because it makes a nice edge on it. I have a ton of these things and I use them whenever I can. I don't have enough to fill all my tubs, so. And then these are just like, this is a little tag system. The yellows are females, the greens are males, and it's just an ID. So this is Ladies Island red rat snake. I went with yellow because, you know, green and yellow, Green Bay Packers. You know. Next we have a Hernando County.
See, I like that more than the one.
Yeah, I don't mind these. They just take up a lot more space. Also in shed. That's a Hernando County corn. This one was produced by Sunshine Serpents. Dan Parker. We have another Dan Parker special. This is a female Everglades rat who is also in her hide. No, she's not in shed.
Ooh.
So she's hot. She is on fire. I don't like playing favorites, but these are my favorite. These are my Southern Key Largo or DeKertz rat snakes. Just diving out right there. There he is. Equipped with humid hides. They all get humid hides, or at least most of my stuff does. But this guy is growing phenomenally. Still on pinky, so they're taking a little bit to grow up, but they really are starting to get some color now. These are produced by Chris Montross at Dark Horse Herp. These are, these are just my favorite, man. They are just incredible little snakes. Very, very different. They use their prehensile tails way more than most, and then pretty much any other rat snake. You know, it's kind of funny. They'll just grip you all the time. A lot of rat snakes kind of fly off. These guys kind of just hold on. They can be spazzy, but as you can see, they're not too bad. I have a pair of these guys. Both are doing fantastic. This light is really bringing out their colors nicely. They are going to look completely different as adults. Probably my most exciting project. They're probably the most unique rat snakes I have, and I'm just very, 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 very stoked and feel very privileged to have these guys in my collection. I use these for water dishes, but they also work great for humid hides. There's moss back there. I give something for a warm side hide.
Do you find your stuff hangs out in those a lot?
Quite a bit.
Especially during, like, when they're going into sheds, you know.
Oh, yeah. Quite a bit.
Mine, it's like they go into a shed cycle and they live in that thing for a week, and then they come out and they shed, and it's perfect.
Yeah, a lot of them use it, and all my, because that's why I started using them. I started getting a little bit more dry sheds. I'm not sure why, because it does stay pretty humid around here. But I started getting a lot more dry sheds. I added those in, and I mean, both the DeKertz just shed the other day. I pulled their sheds out yesterday when I cleaned, and they were perfect. This is the female DeKertz. Let's see if she's out and about. Yep, she's right there. Rat snakes are definitely my main focus, like with the colubrids. I love yellow rats, I love gray rats, so those two kind of a main focus moving forward, you know, with Adasha, Pituophis, and corn snakes, and water snakes. This is a Hendry County Everglades rat produced by our good friend, Chris Painchab. This little guy is getting some size, but he's just gaining so much color. Really looking nice. So the parents to this guy were originally produced by Chris Montross, again with Dark Horse Herp, and then this guy came from Chris Painchab. His Painchab. So this is a F2 animal produced by Mr. Painchab, and I had a pair. This is a male. The female did not thrive with me, so I no longer have her. This little male is doing stunningly. He's a great individual. He's grown a lot. I literally got these guys out of the egg. They had their first meals with me. This guy ate for me from the get-go. Female did not get going. She just did not thrive, so that was unfortunate.
This is another male Everglades. This is the other one from Dan Parker.
But this guy's actually, I don't really know what the future of him is going to hold. He's a little kinked. That's why I got him off of Dan. He was selling him for next to nothing. Had an incubation problem. He came out a little kinked, but he seemed good for the most part. So I took him just because, basically. So we'll see how he turns out. If he gets big enough and seems healthy, he'll be a breeder. But, you know. So next. Look at how, he's shoved. This is a perfect example. He's shoved into that humid hide.
Yeah,
he's going, he's in shed. This is a Spartanburg County black rat snake. Again, he's in shed. I wish he wasn't though, because man, these guys are just phenomenal. And he's probably going to try and bite me. If I can get this thing open. No. Come on. He is just phenomenal. I believe it's the male, yes. He's almost jet black. The female has a little bit more patterning. If you don't have human eyes with your colubrids, need to get on it. They do great. They absolutely love them. Even if you don't have bad sheds of the colubrids.
Yeah, and I used to not even bother with them, but now that I've put them in with a lot of my stuff, and I notice pretty much everything uses it. Now I'm sold, and I try to offer to everything I can.
Female's out and not in shed, so you can get a good. Come on. Don't throw moss everywhere, please. Thank you. So this is the female Emery rat snake. As you can see, she's a little bit of a spitfire, but she is just incredible. She is a super, super pretty individual. Very light pattern
personality
on her.
Is not.
No, she's not. Does not have a very good personality. But these things are such as little tanks, man. They're huge for babies. I wanted a pair of these because I liked Mr. Elmer's adult female in particular, because she had just like a really light pattern, and this female really replicated that well. These are a cool complex. I don't have many of these. I have these guys and some thorn scrubs we'll get to later. Not as big into the Texas. She's about to nail my thumb. Not as big into the Texas stuff. Come over here, please. Look over here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Thank you. Not as big into the Texas stuff, but I had to have these guys. They were just super, super neat. So along with all these colubrid crazes, we also are now working with Nerodia. So we got get a little closer for these guys. They can be a little spazzy. So these are Dixie County, Florida banded water snakes, produced by Chris Montross. That's the female. Yeah. Oh, there he goes. Come here. This is a little male. He's much smaller. Yeah, he still eats well. So this is the pair again, Dixie County, Florida bandeds. The males are naturally much smaller than the males than the females in general, but at this size, you know, he should be a little bit farther along. She's probably just getting a bulk of the food, so probably gonna have to start feeding him separately, but he's still at a healthy weight. Mm-hmm. He's just taking a little bit more time. No, he's just taking a little bit more time with it. So I set these guys up a lot like I set up pretty much any of the other colubrids. Normally I give them a little bit bigger of a water dish, and that works fine for them. These guys I'm not going to take out because they're psychotic and they stink if they musk. These are the Ponchatoula broad-banded water snakes, also produced by Chris Montross. They're beautiful. These are some of my favorites, man. I just wish they weren't so spazzy.
They just look painted.
Yes.
Like they almost look like a watercolor.
And you'll see the variance in them because I have several of these Ponchatulas. So again, Ponchatoula Louisiana broad-banded water snake. So this is another Ponchatoula I have. This one was produced by Zach Loafman. You can see that one's got more of the striped look to it. This is just a single. I try to keep them in pairs. I have some lone individuals. These have the musk of no snake I have dealt with before. It's kind of insane. This is a Citrus County, Florida banded water snake. This is the male to a trio I have. He's pretty, he can be kind of crazy.
Oh wow.
I got him in there. These are my other citruses. They're usually out and about, very willing to come around. These guys are super nice. As long as they realize you're not food, they'll come out and you can handle them very easily. They're not bad at all. They don't musk, no nothing.
I really like those.
Yeah, no, they are super pretty. And this
they just remind me of can teals.
To come out. See, they're just really, they're not spazzy at all. Just the reds on this girl are just unreal, man. She's super pretty.
Focus.
And as you can see, very, very handleable. That other female's making her way around. They're super cool. Again, once they realize you're not food. Sometimes they'll come at you kind of gaping, but again, they're just food oriented. So this is a trio of them. Just showed you the male. These are the two females. They are just fantastic. These are all wild caught individuals, actually. I also got these from Chris Montross. But yeah, very excited about this project. Louisiana broadbands. Again, these are two more from Zach Loafman.
Lord, how many of these things do you have?
A lot. I need to get more accurate sexes on these guys. Zach sent me 1.4. One of them did not acclimate well and I lost it. So I'm assuming it could have been the male, it could have been one of the females. I don't know. So I might have one male with like 6 females. I'm not really sure, or 5, we'll see. And then last of the Nerodia are these Jacksonville, North Carolina banded. That one's in shed. I believe that is the male. He's much more on the red side and then the female is under there. I don't know if you can see her well. But very different individuals, but very cool locality. They're a little bit more on the shy side. They're not as come out and see you type like the citruses are. It's kind of funny how they're all just kind of different. Down here we have my Pituophis morph project, or one of them I should say. This is a double albino striped San Diego gopher snake, which he is just wicked. This was produced by Chris Painchab. So he is Clumper albino and Bechtel albino, if I remember correctly, and then he's also striped. So all 3 recessive traits, and he's just a fantastic animal. Got this guy from Chris Painchab last year. Again, Chris Painchab with Badlands Petaculture. This is the triple het female, so she's het for both lines of albino as well as stripe. This is exactly what I wanted with them. I wanted a visual and a het. Really exciting. She's awesome. She's not looking her best because she appears to be going in the shed too. Next we have the Kleberg County Bull Snakes, also from Chris Painchab, which these guys are just amazing. Come here. These are some of my favorite bulls, which these are just diesel little babies. These are very recent. These are actually younger than the albinos, but they're much, much bigger. This is the male. The female's a little bit more red. Pop that open, get a good look at her in shed, of course, but you can already see the reds, man. Yeah. She's just awesome. Wow. She's amazing. She's a little bit bigger than the male too. Last but not least in this rack, we have my Mexican pine snake, Depi Jani. Just look at that. Just incredible. I could have an army of these things. These are some of my favorite, if not my favorite Pituophis. They are just, they're amazing to keep. Amazing, amazing animals. Moving on to this V70 stack. Again, BlackBox. 6 stack V70, 3 stack V70, 9 slots total. Ooh. This is a male thorn scrub rat snake from Nueces County.
Yeah, dude, my male's smaller than that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that. He's super small, but I mean, he's calm as can be, man. He's great. I mean, these snakes are super fun. Again, I'm not as into the Texas stuff, but having these projects. These are Emerii meomorum. Again, the thorn scrub rat snake. I have a trio of these guys. This guy is the most handleable. So they do great in these V70s. This is female number 1, stuffed in there like a friggin' potato. But she's super cool. She's actually has a really like faded pattern similar to the Emerii I just showed you. But she's super cool. Proven breeder as well as the other proven breeder. I believe these are actually all wild caughts. I acquired these from Chris Montross. Here we have a male albino Florida pine. He's in his humid hide there. He's more of the white phase that you get. Beautiful snake. He should breed next season.
It looks like they made a marble.
Yeah.
Like it's like a marble white. Just maybe not like white oak white, but
right.
Still, I just.
Yeah.
I think they're freaking cool, man.
They're awesome. So he's more on the white side. This would be more of the red phase with the albinos. So she is just
Definitely see the red.
super duper red. Much, much different. With any luck, I'll get a clutch from these guys. Next season, they'll be cooled off this winter. I expect big things from them. Some big ol' eggs. So the way I have these set up is, yes, it's a very simple system, but it works. I give them a bigger water dish. The next two don't have as big of a water dish, but I like it. I use these 6-quart tubs. I don't put a hole in the top because it's kind of a tight squeeze.
They're gonna bust the lid out anyway.
They're gonna bust the lid out anyway. So I put a hole into the side of it over here, and yeah, the moss gets into the bedding. But I actually have learned I kind of like the moss mixed into the aspen. It gives it a little bit more of a feel. So I don't mind it as long as it's not too much. And then I spray this down whenever possible just to help with shedding whenever they get into a shed cycle. And obviously, perfect shed. It works. So that's kind of my system for all my pits. The male was the same way. This is a male fork line Sonoran gopher who is in shed, but he is just out of this world. I wish this guy was not in shed because he is just amazing. Again, he should hopefully breed. Should hopefully breed next year. This is the female fork line. Oh no, that's the male. Oops. This is the female fork line. She's not as light as they have the same attitude. She looks much more wild type, but again, these are fork lines and Sonoran gopher snakes. Going in.
Oh yeah, the tongue's
Oh yeah, they are not happy snakes. She's gonna have to.
Well, it's funny how they like mimic the Atrox with that long, like extended tongue flick, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. No, they mimic Atrox in a lot of ways. So they actually stand up, just like an Atrox will when they're going the strike.
It looks like she's doing it in the back corner.
Yeah,
right now.
she'll kind of stand up and.
Oh yeah.
And do that. They stand up just like an Atrox will. They mimic them to a T.
Look at how much she's puffing up, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
She makes herself huge.
Pituophis are intimidating snakes, man.
Yes, they are. And you heard that. That was loud, man.
They put on the show.
They do. And these Sonorans do it, man.
It's a very convincing.
Yeah. Now, if you don't know snakes, there's all day I can see how you would think there's a rattlesnake. They rattle, they hiss, they sound exactly like them. They do that. Calm down. We're close her up. She's
like someone
upset.
turning an air compressor off.
Yeah. She's insane. And this is a lone bull snake that I have, or he might be a gopher snake. I don't really know. This was my first Pituophis I ever got.
Is that him or her?
Her. It's a female.
No, I mean, that's
that's
him.
her.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her right there.
Buddy.
Yeah. These are pretty nice individuals.
He's handsome, man.
Yeah,
It's just I love the contrast of the neck. Like that black is black. Like there's no fading or tipping in there at all. Like it's
very black.
Sorry,
and
buddy.
Really nice oranges towards the back. She's just doing back there. That's a full body shot. You can tell, just see the orange coming through on her tail. This is a very pretty snake. I don't think I'll ever breed her, but she's gonna go in a nice display enclosure one of these days.
Now, do you have any idea as far as locality or anything on that one?
Nope.
No?
I have no information. The guy told me she might be head anery.
That doesn't tell you.
Yeah, it didn't tell me anything. But it was like, whatever. It was kind of an impulse buy. It was years ago. Just got.
No, I completely forgot you had that one because you got that at the same time you got the forks.
Yeah, I got that one first, and then I got the forks like a matter of weeks later because I immediately became obsessed.
But I remember even as a baby, like that one really, I was like, yeah, it's a
picture.
Yeah, it's a picture of it. It's cool. They didn't have any of that going on at all.
Yeah, no, nothing.
So that's why when you. Like, that's the first time I've literally seen that snake, and like, since he got it, and I remember seeing it, it's like, yeah, it's just going to be a brown pit.
Yeah.
And it sure as hell ain't. I mean, look at it, it's freaking amazing.
Moving over to what we nicely call the poor man's rack. Up here, we have Seminole County yellow rat snakes.
And because they're rat snakes, they're in the Hannibal Lecter tubs that can't be escaped from.
Yes, these are very much escape-proof tubs.
They're earthquake-proof, waterproof, all the proofs.
This is Seminole County, Florida. I just upgraded these guys in these bigger tubs. I like when rats get to about the size of the grays I'm going to show you. I like to upgrade them into taller stuff. This is the female, I believe. No, this is the male.
Nice.